I smoke on killer the whole day, and I'm mixing tequila with the OJ. I'm a killer like OJ, stay cutting up the white bitch, whipping up a whole K. All work, no play. A nigga still getting to the chicken, no obey. I ain't switching, I'm stuck in my old way. New niggas out here snitching like it's okay. Hey, I say some sick shit, cause I got a sickness that'll never go away. Yo, I know where your host stay. She'll tell your son go play, then perform full play. Yo, I'm like O'Shea, a nigga with an attitude, this dude so gay. Oh, my chain full of ice cubes, I like Jews, got dough I can throw away. I know they gon' hate till I'm a real old head and my whole head go gray. But yo, they know my shit hard, I can body them with bars or kill them with the flow play. Hey, it's no way that I'ma ever fall off.
Kill cats for a living, you better search me. And now I kill them all if I could, these niggas hurt me. I ball and rhyme, I'm winning, I gotta shine. The battle world Columbine, if I sign on that dotted line. That goes for anybody with flows, anybody do shows. Point them out if I'm told, they gotta go. Point blank, don't mention me, cause that's like tempting me. Your granny wanna battle, why I kill her, no sympathy.
What's going on, man?
What's good? It's your Maylene, Pretty Flower 2618, founder and CEO of Dragon's Lair Entertainment.
That's what's up. Who else we got on the line? You know, it's Enlightened Illumination here, representing for TRBIC. Shout out to Dragon's Lair with May. We also got Flint over there smoking a cigarette that ain't even lit no more. Still holding on to that junk. We in the building. Keep focusing, reading literature. And right now, let's talk about why this Hitman Holla versus Cassidy could be a good look if it's conducted right in the upcoming days. Like, is it time for people to start understanding what they want when it comes to features and shows and outlets for, you know, let's say acapella music, right? Is it more about how intellectual you can be in your words, or how rugged you are, how tough, how sadistic, how funny? Like, what is the measurement that we're gonna hold? Like, what is it that people want?
I don't know what people want. Like, to be honest, I think people just want to talk shit.
Right. So is that what it is? Whoever the best trash talker? The best trash talker is the king of the ring. See, they call it on the podcast, but I told them they had a good conversation. They could have came over here. We could expound on it, but nobody joined. That was on the other call. But I believe that's exactly what it is. It's like your mama jokes, pretty much, on a whole platform. Like, whoever could be the most degrading will reign like King Supreme. Now, do you think that's the best format, or like does that kill lyricism, or does that induce better lyricism?
I mean, I'm not too familiar with Hitman Holler style. I know Cassidy will surely bring out the lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Um, Especially with him just dropping the wise man. You know,
Right.
like I think it's highly probable from Cassidy's end.
Now, do you think they like what is it that you really think they have against Cassidy? Why is it they keep coming at this man's neck so hard? And it can't be because he believe in his ability to do what he do. I mean, you got to have some bravery to step on a stage or to put yourself in the center of attention to either rise or fall. Is it? Do you think they feel threatened that he's trying to force people to use more words other than the same words recycled, or they feel like he just don't fit in, and they really want a different type of environment for this to grow in?
I don't think Cass has ever tried to fit in. You know,
Right.
um, and I think that might be why he has so much controversy surrounding his name, because Cass is more on the business tip, making the smart business moves in order to get paid what he's worth. He knows he's worth that. That's why he's able to get paid the way he does. And people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. And it could be very intimidating. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it definitely can be. And it's just like all across the board. It's like every single time. This is the third appearance. Actually, it's the fourth appearance, right? This is the fourth appearance, and they still have that. Oh, he can't survive in this league. He can't survive in these days. And anybody with his style, or anybody who has that kind of mind state of coming in with lyricism, is going to be kind of shunned. Is it possible for lyricism to actually come back to this battle rap scene, or do you have to just get grimy and just say a bunch of demeaning things and basically become a chatty patty and gossip about information about the other person? Is it past your ability, and is it to who can disrespect the next person the best?
Personally, I have hope for the culture. I believe that the culture will eventually elevate, and be able to use, words that they're not used to using. But you could see it with Danny Myers against drugs, and his style that he lifted up. You know, you had Daylight all over that, applauding Danny for getting into his creative bag and just blowing everybody away. I think that is now becoming the more popular um, way of expression. And so I have hope. I have hope.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I really am. I'm looking at everything, and what I've noticed though, I've done, you know, a lot of reviews and research. Hobson isn't really a loved artist either, and I find him very able with his wording and how he put things together. But in our communities, it doesn't seem like he's a respected artist. I mean, he's respected. Everybody, it's hard to take away from him, but they still find a way to just be like, nah, I can't even, that's not the, or blah, blah, blah. I find him very lyrical and able to create stories and put words together in a incredible way, in my opinion. But it's like Cassidy. He's like the Cassidy of the underground, because I feel like he's frowned upon a lot in our community, in our culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hobson for me is one that I've always, had my eye on since he pretty much came out. So,
Like, do you feel like he get love, or do you feel like it's like we don't buy from ourselves?
yeah, we don't buy from ourselves. We're always looking towards somebody else to uplift and you know um bow to, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for us to pick from our own and give them those accolades that they deserve. And that
Right.
needs to change. In all honesty, it needs to change.
I feel like a lot of times people feel like, why use such words? Like, people don't have time to get dictionaries or figure out what you're talking about. You got to keep it simple and keep it plain. But I feel like the word is kind of like created in its own exemplary way. Like, it means what it means, and that's why it was a word of its own and not the other word or the simplified version. It was that word instead.
Right.
And it's like those type of artists don't really get no kind of love, to be honest. It's like, if you have to require thinking, it takes away from the enjoyment of the production or what is being given to you. Like, why do you think that is? Why do you think people don't like having like kind of knowledge or something that they have to kind of dig a little bit more into to figure out what's actually going on? Why they don't like that kind of music?
In one simple word, they're lazy. Lazy. They're lazy. They only care to understand what is sitting right before them that makes sense to them immediately. Like, I know I heard you talking recently about we're in a microwave society. That's 1,000,000% correct. People want to know and understand something immediately rather than taking the time to go look it up and really educating themselves on higher on in higher knowledge. And so yeah, they're plain and simple, they're lazy.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's just so many amazing things that goes on, and I think that people just take advantage of it, and then it becomes normalized, and it's no longer wonderful, and then they rely on us. Oh, you able to do it? Why I need to do it? If you can do it, you do it. Why I gotta learn how to do it if you can do it for me? And I don't need to do it. I mean, why if I can pay somebody? And I think that affects everything: the music, the way of life, the way people think about things.
Yep, absolutely. And it's really unfortunate, but like I said, I believe that we're going to, be coming into a higher level of learning and understanding in order to elevate to the next level.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's coming a whole, this car that RBE is putting together would got feedback.
What the heck?
I hope this car that RBE is putting together will be exemplary, right? And I hope people don't be feeling like, why you can't just say great, like exemplary, I like
Right.
things like
Yep. Absolutely.
I feel like we need to go ahead and take it to another level. I mean, how long you gotta stay at that same vibration, at that same level of consciousness? You can't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, everybody talking about you can't be stuck in the streets right now. You can't. Everybody gotta be on lockdown. Closest thing to martial law in so many years for the whole entire country.
That's you. Um,
So,
No, that's me. I apologize. That's me.
yeah, you good.
Yeah. I'm doing oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
uh-huh. Major feedback.
Yeah, hold on. Let me all right.
Mute yourself.
No, hold on.
There. Oh no. It's echoing us. Yeah.
Yeah, you must have a speaker louder than the going back into the mic. So you probably need headphones.
Can't hear you. I can see your lips moving. I can see your hand waving and your lips moving.
I think he's doing something twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got another screen or something. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I want it to be exemplary. I want a new foundation to be established. People who've been saying, "Why ain't you been blogging and making videos?" And
I absolutely agree, and that's why on Dragon's Lair Entertainment, um, on one of the more recent cards, I had um an individual who one person their understanding was that they were Caucasian, but the person wasn't Caucasian, and they used um, the word, the C word for them,
What's
and
the
then
word?
Cracker,
That's
and
crack.
then there was another person who was um want who it was a completely different individual who appeared to be Caucasian, um and you with the use of the N word. And number one, for me, I believe that is negative connotation that does not need to be like that. There, it doesn't have any room. You know what I'm saying? Especially if someone is going to be able to question um their right to say those words. Number one. Number
Hey,
two, don't
the doc,
why even hold on, don't interrupt, please.
right.
Number two, um why don't you just take those words out and fill that space in with a higher level of knowledge?
Okay.
right,
So I apologize, May.
That's
I was
okay.
just wondering if y'all could hear me at all, because the last time I tried talking on my laptop, I thought I was lacking a microphone. And
Yeah, you're good now.
oh, okay. So, and that's why I had the phone on too. You know, what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I thought I was going to need a mic. All right, so I'm a little late. Um, what happened? I apologize. I mean, I'm really behind on the.
oh, we just talking about the state of hip hop, the state of music, the state of battle rap, and how everything is isolated to dumb down and degrading input. Like it used to be a challenge of who was a better artist. Now it's not about how much of a better artist I am and how I can cultivate and create on the spot or with the time I was given to create with. It's more like I'm do my best to embarrass you with information that I obtained not only through observation but through calculated searches and searching and searching
Insurgents, right?
and then putting this information out there to the public like, here goes some dirty laundry, y'all.
Through produced entertainment. It's not off the top anymore. It's produced entertainment.
Well, well, dig it. This is what I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. When it comes to these racism conversations, bro, we really wasting our breath unless you're talking about raising war, bro. So it's like until we start talking that shit, all that talking and being nice and presenting our shit in some political fashion, we gonna lose, bro. We always
But
lose.
we wasn't talking about race though. We wasn't talking about racism. We was talking about the choice of words and dumbing down and sticking to a certain vibration and not elevating
See,
past
you,
that, like we limited.
but you now dig this though. Did you know that no matter how versatile your vocabulary is, that you're either gonna offend somebody or not offend somebody, regardless. It's like you could try hard as shit to never offend somebody, but there's always going to be somebody that's offended, no matter how you say it or present it. And it's the best thing you can do is try your best to not offend anybody and be good with it. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't have to re-explain it other than going on different media platforms and just saying the same thing. So when people try to do their research, they see you saying the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, for battle rap, does it have to be offensive? Is the platform obligated to be offensive?
No, they're not, because it's a free platform. The only rule is white people don't say nigger. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it shouldn't be no rules in hip hop other than bringing your, writing your own shit. You should be able to express how you express it, however you want to express it. You know what I mean? Now, the offense comes to, like, all right, if you're on the offense, we must have a discussion on why you're offended and what part of the bar or whatever offended you. Like with Meek Mills and the Kobe Bryant bar. And I'm thinking like, yo, did y'all even hear the song? You know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all not listening? Or y'all just hearing Meek Mill saying the names Kobe Bryant? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's whack. It's really trash, and I hate it. You know what I mean? People are doing this on purpose. They trolling. They starting to troll just for the sake of trolling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't hear Meek Mill say fuck Kobe Bryant. I didn't hear Meek Mill say I don't give a fuck about Kobe Bryant or his kids and none of that shit. He used a bar, bro, and he bought his name in it. Like, it's
Now
simple.
you think they was upset because it was gimmicky?
It probably was gimmicky though. Like that, but that's what think about it. When the coronavirus came out, all rappers couldn't wait to implement that into their bars to let you know, like when they listen to this shit, this to let you know the mentality I was in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is around the time the coronavirus was out. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Now, I'm gonna go back to the other thing. Do you think that we just limited in our expressing, that
No.
we just can't get out of the state of degradation?
No, I think the estrogen in the system is creeping in real good. So everything is offensive, like to the fingertips. You know what I mean? It's to a point where I know I'm making sense, but there's somebody out there like, well, what the fuck is he talking about? What does he know? You know what I'm saying? When it really is like, this shit is getting sweet. I mean, what's his name? Governor Rendell from Pennsylvania a couple years ago said it best, that we're becoming a nation of wussies, man.
Okay.
We are, dog, and it's becoming terrifying to me, because it's like now when I raise my voice, people are down to like want me to get locked up just because I raised my voice. Like I'm not allowed to be mad. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm not allowed to say fuck that. Like I'm not allowed to say get the fuck out of my face. Like I'm not allowed to say that. No, I can say that. You know what I mean? If y'all don't want me to say that, then don't put me in a world where I have to say that. You feel me?
Understood.
That's all. No, but people should be able to express themselves. And I'm the type of person that you can tell me about myself. You know what I'm saying? I might not like it. I'm not going to dispute it. This is what you feel about me. But the moment you do that to me, you should be able to take whatever it is I got coming for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You should be able
I
to
don't
disregard.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if you're looking at it as me getting back or oh, you just doing this because I said this to you. Well, yeah, this is what you opened it up for. Because like if I allow you to talk to me in your kind of way, I should be able to talk to you in your kind of way. You know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
think that battle rap is antagonized to be in that format that gets them in their bag that they want to do all this type of research to
Yeah.
try to
Like
release
like
people
yeah,
laundry.
like Goods is a bitch, man. With the don't talk about my daughter, nigga. Just by you saying that, you egging people on to talk about your daughter. You know what I'm saying? If I was to battle Goods, I'd be talking about his daughter throughout first, second, and third round. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what his team would have did. You feel me? Like this is battle rap. I know that when you mention his daughter, this nigga get emotional. You know what I'm saying? And it's battle rap. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like that
So
don't make
it's you use this to try to break their character and make impede their ability by making them think of what you're talking about and throwing
my,
them off the game.
my nigga. If a basketball player, if it's me and if I'm playing a basketball player with an injured knee, guess what? I'm trying to take that knee out, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the Karate Kid,
All that.
back to the
I'm
80s
I'm
movie.
using what I can use to gain the advantage over you. You know what I'm saying? Period.
All right. So
Everything.
basically, the people that's afraid of lyricism is going to nitpick and make the lyricist come to their level by limiting his resources to making it plain, simple English that everybody in the crowd can understand and let them know that you directly disrespecting this individual and make sure this individual know that so that he can get in his feelings and maybe get thrown off and not get to blessing the crowd for real because at the end of the day, it becomes so repetitive that it's not even funny. And then you think to yourself, like, it's not going nowhere. It's stagnant. And then they want to commercialize it to make more money, but they're not doing what is needed to actually monetize it correctly because they're limiting it to degradation. They just breaking everything down. They're not really building anything. Like nothing is being built. I mean, it's not wrong with the breaking things down or destroying stuff if you building, but they're not. I mean, what do you think they building right now with the way that they're conducting battle rap?
To me, what they're building right now, and are we talking about all leagues here?
Let's say let's say all inclusive, the good,
Yeah.
the bad, the ugly.
To me, it's like it look just like they're trying to form it to where. All right, I hope you guys can understand this, man. But to me, the way that I'm visualizing the world right now. Now, this is coming from a person that listens to I listen to radio talk, sports talk all day. I listen to like very rarely do I look at CNN, but the very little that I see, I can see the resemblance in the contents. And what the content is, talk about what's hot. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever's the hot topic, that's what battle rap is going to be about. It seemed like whatever is the hottest topic, that's what battle rap. Like when the hottest topic was fuck Trump, battle rap was all on the fuck Trump bandwagon. You feel what I'm saying? When it was all about a couple years ago, Philadelphia Eagles had a coach named Andy Reid. Of course, he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Ever since he was fired off the no, first of all, it was Bush. George Bush being relieved after he got relieved from his command. I've seen like a trail of disrespect ever since then, from the presidential side of things all the way down to your residential kind of interactions and social media and stuff like that. It's like the disrespect really starts from that political era and it trickles down into, in this case, battle rap. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So you can actually
I agree.
navigate. You can actually navigate what's going on in battle rap, and then watch TV, and then watch some political shit, and they all have this general like the same thing that they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it seems like it's the same. Like everything is trying to be the same. And don't y'all hear people saying this all the time? Like, yo, everybody sounding the same. Everybody sounding the same. This just getting on my nerves. Like they don't see themselves sounding the same. No matter how much we say that they sound the same, they still gonna sound the same. It don't even matter to some people or to most people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not a problem. That's probably normal because in all actuality, it's only a few people that recognize what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? In fact, if you have too many smart people, how are you able to get a motherfucker to work for you? You feel what I'm saying? Hello?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what happened to EI, but
Oh, all right.
I absolutely agree,
Yeah,
with what you're saying because I think you used, when President Obama came into office, it became, it became popular, to be black. But then when Trump came into office, it became popular to say, fuck Trump, get on the
right,
fuck Trump bandwagon. However, before he even announced that he was running for office, it was popular to have Trump in music videos
mm,
and a part of the culture,
mm,
even down to wrestling. The WWE and all of that stuff. It was popular. He was popular,
yeah,
but because the politics said, fuck Trump, it became fuck Trump all
right.
across the board.
For
And
4 years straight.
mm, five now,
Hmm.
but it's people don't like to do their research. People are quick to forget. People are easily brainwashed and controlled, and that's how you know that this is a matrix, where we're being controlled,
Right,
because as soon as politics said fuck Trump, it was fuck Trump.
right.
That's just plain and simple brainwashing. They're sheep.
Mm-mm-mm.
And until you unplug from that matrix, unplug from the television, unplug and start doing your own thinking and your own research and your own, um uh, you know gaining your own knowledge and the desire to elevate to higher realms of understanding, you're always going to end up stuck in the same place where you are, um and that is being a sheep, being led by a bunch of people who in all actuality don't give a shit about you.
Right. Mm-mm-mm.
And it's a sad situation because there's so many benefited like things that could be beneficial. They did like they did try to do something, but then they made a mockery of it. I mean, it was funny, it was cool, but they kind of like made a mockery of like the compliment battle when they like the battle of compliment. So it was like it was like uh,
Who has music on?
Of the Antichrist.
Oh, my bad.
Who want to be his most followers?
I'm trying to mute.
Exactly. So what it is, we get closer to that time.
I'm sorry.
he listening to the other channel.
Yeah. I got them both on. Like I was wondering what's going on.
It's live. They ain't recording or nothing, is it?
I don't think so, but I just knew I just saw two available phone calls, so I'm more focused on this one. I'm just listening, like like a
Oh,
media motherfucker.
I
I got,
record.
I got
So
my shit on the I got my media shit. But let
okay,
me turn that music off though, because I was watching Judas and the Black Messiah.
okay.
Hold
That boy
on.
got like 10 things going on at the same time, multitasking. But
It's just really loud. I couldn't get to what I was saying.
uh, what I was saying was they did make a compliment type battle, right? So it's a compliment battle. So it's like a pun. In my opinion, they did a pun of regular battle rap, how they conducting it now anyway. How they conducting it now, they made a pun of it, and then they had compliment battle. I mean, it was fun, it was cool and everything, but it still wasn't the essence of what battle rap was supposed to be in the first place. A competition of lyricism. If you're funny, that's cool. You can add that everything in. You know what I mean? But it became so much of a singularity that the people made a compliment battle. They put compliment in front of it and made a battle out of it. Basically, in my opinion, as a mockery of the standard of what battle rap is right now. So do you think that they know that they doing this and they intentionally perpetuating it and stopping the growth of lyricism?
The powers that be, you know what I'm saying? Um the establishment, absolutely, they understand what they're doing. Um, but when you're a sheep, you know, because there's a cloth over your eyes, and you're allowing them to lead you um down these slippery slopes.
Yeah. I mean, and it's going hard. And I know that I know they know that they're doing it. They all know they know that they're doing it because I enjoyed the compliment battles and everything, and I knew the
Mhm.
reason why they came out with it. But then in between these two mediums that they're using to engage the consumer of battle rap, they never really authorized any kind of release of just the essence of what it's actually supposed to be. Like back in the day, people would say, well, they still did it. I mean, it kind of gradually led into that because it's like people just love that like controversy. I know controversy sells and everything like that, but I'm at that state of mind right now. I be ready to cut the TV off, just cut the radio off. Like, don't listen to none of that because they ain't got nothing positive to say, nothing good to say, nothing worthwhile that's gonna benefit me in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yep.
it just it resonates with me differently, and I feel like it starts echoing through the house and the emotions of the people
Mhm.
that start picking up these, and then even if they don't watch it or hear it, it's just there. It's like you
Well,
invoke that.
you start being angry throughout your day, and it's not because anything happened in your life in particular, but because there was something negative on the news or on the television or on the radio. You now have absorbed those emotions, those frequencies, and are now acting it out subconsciously,
Yeah, and
from working from a subconscious level and bringing it, out into your reality.
hey, that's awesome. That's an awesome explanation of basically what I was saying. Like
Hmm.
it's everywhere, and I can understand the allure of it. Right? It's like you want something to happen to somebody else so you can feel better about yourself or your life, or
Hmm.
you want to feel that fear so you can be controlled because you really don't know what to do. But now it's like a way out, an excuse, something added into why you can't, you know, and it's really getting outlandish and crazy. And then the ganging up on people is becoming heavy. Like I said, for Cassidy, it's consistent. It's a repetition of maliciousness, right? And I understand it's a competitive sport. You feel me? But even
Right.
in football, they congratulate the other player. Like, okay, whatever. On the field, we whatever, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? But like, if you got past me, like, oh, you got me a couple times. I ain't gonna hold you. You got me. You got me. You crossed me up. but I got you back. You know what I mean? Like good game, whatever. You know, but they like really kind of pushing it like nobody can be. But I feel like that's the wrong evolution to be
Right.
isolating everybody in the cliques and then situations turn into different things. That doesn't have to be that way because you keep tearing each other down and then say I'm only building up my crew, my what you call, but everybody's involved into this whole organization. Like you can't separate the people who grow tomatoes from the people who grow cilantro and the people
Right.
who get milk. You know what I mean? I mean everybody has a purpose. So yeah, I mean I might sell more produce than you do milk or whatever, but I ain't gonna try to destroy your establishment because I might want to have some cilantro, or I might want to
Mm.
have some celery or some carrots or whatever.
Well, it really started also. I mean, if you go back to even gangster rap, um, it was purposely introduced and puppeted our into our way of life, our music, so that they could fill the prisons. So it was
Right.
it was manufactured and it was highly paid for. They were told that you have to create this type of music because on the back end of it, they were going to have all of these young people, young and impressionable teens and early young adults acting out these situations that they're listening to in the gangster rap music.
So do you think they're proud of the situation? Like it's kind of like a blur at this moment about hood pride, right? Being prideful of situational circumstances that could have really went differently, but based upon expectations, it goes south. Do you think that's really kind of more embedded now than ever? That is, you can't really, you ain't from the hood, man. You too intelligent, you too smart, or you too calm, or you too nice, you too helpful. You know, you got a good business. You ain't da 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 da. You can't be like the hood covers the engine of a vehicle. It protects the engine of the vehicle, but it looks good if you keep it clean. It keeps the dust out. It keeps the heat in, so that way your car can pull it in. It has its functions, but it doesn't have to be dilapidated. And if you ride around in your hood, it's all messed up and looking crazy. People gonna look at you crazy. So why is it being pushed in the hood that you got to be? How does that make you thorough? I mean, to put people's lives in danger, brag about all the illicit activities when there are other opportunities, and those opportunities are frowned upon. So how we supposed to go anywhere? How is this music that we listen to? How is this TV and all this situational conflict that is induced in the music and battle rap and television? How is that going to be helping the as grown up supposed to?
All right. Could
Well,
I speak on that one?
Go ahead.
go ahead.
All right. Well, first of all, if you ain't got no power and you ain't got no influence and you ain't got no money, you ain't talking. You can't make the change. Unfortunately, you can sit there and say your voice is everything. No, if you ain't got the money, the power, or the influence, because that's where all that shit comes from, bro. That's why the music is the way it sounds. If you listen to the music, you should watch the people, watch what they're doing. Like when they talking about the new drugs, I'm looking at the kids that are on it. You feel what I'm saying? Like the moment that song comes out, I'm looking at, like when Nicki Minaj came out, I was looking around for the Menage a Trois bitches. You know what I'm saying? And they just came out the woodwork when Nicki Minaj came out. You know what I'm saying? Shit, chicks wasn't even sucking dick until Lil Kim came out. You feel me? So it's just like you listen to that music, you best believe somebody else is listening to it and actually taking everything that's been there, and there are subliminal messages in each song. Excuse me. There's a subliminal message in each movie that you see. That you see. You know what I mean? Every show. If you're watching TV, there's a message that's being put into your brain subliminally, regardless if you know it or not. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, like me growing my I'm sure I was under a subliminal message when I started growing my locks out. Cause when I felt like I was the only one doing it. And then when I came outside, I'm seeing like as soon as I get my locks in, I'm seeing like everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder what message was I listening to that we all was listening to. You know what I mean?
Right. That touched you and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be original, and then not.
Yeah. No. I remember when you remember the joint Urban Expressions? You remember them joints, the videos?
Yeah.
Urban Expressions, and remember back then hip hop was like real rugged and dirty, and niggas was looking wild and shit. And I wanted to look wild, like, and I remember when motherfuckers was talking about struggling. For some reason, I wanted to struggle. I wanted to live in the projects, bro. Like I used to beg my mom, "Can we live in the projects, bro?" I thought the niggas in the projects had it made. You feel me? You see where my mindset was back then? I was being under the influence of rappers. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to struggle. I wanted people to feel sorry for me. You know what I mean? and make $1 million. So it's all about and then I realized I was like, hold up. Like my mom spent a lot of money on me when I was growing up. She went out her way to keep me from looking dirty. And I was trying my best to look dirty. You feel me? Like that's crazy.
And that's exactly what we talking about. That's exactly what we talking about. It's like
we all go through it as kids, though, man. We all go through it as kids, bro. I mean, like, if you was never in the in crowd, it was because you was either super smart and out the way, or you like your parents really scared you not to be a part of that. You feel me? And some of us, you gotta understand, some people wanted to be a part of the in crowd and they couldn't be. You feel me?
I feel you. I
Absolutely.
definitely do.
Yeah. Like you know how many people think, look, I swear to you, bro, I was not the cool dude in school. I was not the cool dude in school, bro. But now that I'm an adult, I get people saying that I was the cool dude in school. You feel me? Like there was motherfuckers on the side who I was influencing, but didn't know I was influencing them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There was motherfuckers trying to be like me, and I didn't know that because I was too busy trying to be like somebody. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. So
that's the whole conversation. And like you said before, everybody is always trying. Like it's like CNN when you watch the news. It said there was a lady at 7 o'clock that jumped off the bridge. You turn the channel CBS at 7 o'clock. There was a lady that jumped off the bridge. ABC at 7 o'clock. There was a lady that was walking down the street and jumped off the bridge. And then
she was running this time.
right. So and you just can't get away with it, and then it's embedded into your head. It's like songs, like they play them so much that a song you don't like, you wind up singing, and it be the song that you don't like, you be singing, and not the song that you thought you liked. You know what I mean?
She jumped off the bridge.
Real talk, man. That's
Yeah, we're conditioned to behave based on what we listen to, what they put on the airwaves, whether it be television or radio.
Yeah, like when comedians get up on stage and say black people don't do this, black people do that, and I'm like, y'all are sitting here glorifying something that not necessarily black people do, but being as though motherfuckers laughed at it, like, well, I'm gonna start doing that now. Like I never called cherry Kool-Aid red. I never say no dickhead shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was cherry Kool-Aid, my nigga.
right.
I never called it red.
Great Kool-Aid purple. We called it great Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
Then we was
I
on
ain't never called it purple stuff. You know what I'm
Purple
saying?
drink. Purple drink.
Yeah, I ain't never called it that shit. That shit was great. If it was blue, it was blueberry. If it was if it was orange, it was orange. And if it was red, it was cherry. Well, I ain't never said red. Like, no, that's some ignorant ass shit. You feel me? But these comedians got them motherfuckers saying red. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's red. Cause you know black people, we call it red. not, not, not in
And that's
Southwest
why
Philadelphia. Not in
hopefully,
South Philly.
each individual, everybody as as individual independently needs to and they are, slowly but surely awakening to the reality of things and starting to do their own research and starting to elevate, to higher realms of understanding and knowledge. And maybe it's me being naive, but I see it a lot because I myself have turned off the television. I myself have turned off the radio. I only bring into my household what I feel is appropriate. And I have these discussions with my children so that they don't fall into the sheep category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And then that's basically what happened to battle rap. It fell into the sheep category. And then Flint was joking earlier when we had Kid Dangerous on, but he said something real when I was like, if you think about it, there's a goat herder, there's a sheep herder, there's a control even over the things that's powerful to somebody that doesn't realize where the power come from. And even though I know what
Yeah,
you say,
maybe
Flint,
Mm-hmm.
what
yeah.
you say?
You may be the sheep, but I'm the shepherd.
Right, right.
Or you may
So,
be the goat, but I'm the shepherd.
right, right. So that's where I go back to what Flint said, and you put it on everything else. I'm telling you what I know as fact. The fact is, words, there is no money. Without words, there is no power.
Right.
So it starts off with the word. In general, the most powerful thing ever invented, created, utilized is word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's that's what really catalyzes things. Cat just hold on. Good job.
Yo, YMF is going off on this joint.
But the, hold on. All right. So the words is what really creates it. If you understand, in school, they tell you that you go to English and then you learn English or whatever language, and then you gotta learn how to spell. And then you have spelling bees, and they tell you up front, but people don't understand. And they go watch movies about witches and warlocks and casting spells and doing all these different things, and don't realize that the words that they're using, if utilized correctly, are open doors. If they use incorrectly, they are closed doors. They create confrontation or create peace. It creates a workforce or it creates isolation. It creates growth or creates desolation. It does so many different things. And contrary to belief, the money isn't what is actually making things function. It's the literature that's behind it in contractual agreements and word. Rather, if it's in English, German, Russian, it doesn't matter what language it is in, it's still in a form of a word, you know. And people always say, what about deaf people? Can deaf people don't have a language? Deaf people hear, but they don't hear you. Doesn't mean they don't have a language, because if they didn't have a language, then they couldn't understand. So there's always some form of language, some form of sound. And somebody always say, well, you can't say a deaf person can hear. They hear. They hear.
Well, I think even more powerful than language than speaking is it all begins with a thought.
Be right back.
All
That's
begins with a thought.
that's what
And
that's what I'll be saying. A thought is language. That's what
right.
thought is.
Well, a thought, you know, you it can turn into a worm or a virus in somebody's brain in an instant. You implant that you implant a thought into somebody's brain, and it all of a sudden takes over, and then it duplicates itself.
Uh-huh. And this is my belief. I really truly believe the thought is the word. Who am I to
Mm,
decide that uh Russians ain't speaking any words, right? Because they're not speaking English. Like, you ain't saying no real words. Or tell a Spanish person who's speaking Spanish, you ain't saying no real words because I don't understand what they saying. You know what I
right.
mean? A word is not defined by what your limited understanding is. A word
Mm,
is what it is. So when you ever have a thought, if a thought occurs, a thought is already a word, and whatever that word is, it'll be presented to you in the form of whatever that thought is given. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was
right.
saying about the
A
deaf
verbal
people,
a thought When a thought turns into a verbal expression.
you say
You
again?
I says when a thought turns into a verbal expression.
Oh, that's what you said. That's what they say a word is.
No, that's what I'm saying it is. A word is a thought
No, no, no,
turned
no. It's
into a verbal expression. You're able to verbalize.
No, but that's not. I would say I'm indifferent to that because even if you don't open your mouth and speak, mute people have words in their head. You hear what I'm
Correct.
saying? Just because they
Correct.
can't vocalize it doesn't mean they don't have words in their head. So that's not how the word
That's
is the
true. Yeah, it's not necessarily just I retract that. It's not necessarily a verbal expression, but it's expressed in one way, shape, or form.
right, right, like pounding your fist, right?
Mm-hmm.
The person that's pounding the fist know the language that they pounding the fist in, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can change a pound of a fist into a whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
who is to decide exactly what is a word other than what the thought is? So the thought is the word, the conception of any idea, anything that makes you move, right? Because your
Right.
body converses with itself through electrical impulses or whatever. Those are the words that
Mm-hmm.
are moving. They are living, right? So the words is not dead. Words are living things that,
Absolutely.
like, the test was even given to the words. Like, they had ice freezing. Nothing
It's
was,
it it's
but was
given it's given a level of energy.
right. It's the energy. Right. It's the level of energy. So that they had the thought and they thought of a word, right? They thought of something. And then they categorized it into a vibration out their mouth. And they froze it
Mm-hmm.
through writing. They wrote it on a piece of paper. They thought it with their mind. And then they said it with their mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all three different tests had the same result.
Mm-hmm.
Different thoughts related to the sounds had the same thoughts in them written. So if they wrote it on the paper and they said it and they thought it, every single time they froze this ice had the same effect. Good words made beautiful crystalline structures. Bad
Right.
words created deformed
Ca-
deformation.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it
Yeah,
was the same regardless if they spoke it, thought it, or wrote it.
right. Absolutely. And that's where you have to take the knowledge of that, the positive and negative energies, in that come from the words that we speak. That's where you have to take it and say, and apply it to even human beings. This person is coming in and they're being negative, and they're trolling, and they're doing whatever, but it's something negative. It's only as negative as you um give it power to exist. If you continuously focus on that negativity, it's going to become more powerful. But if
Uh,
you if you ignore it, if you don't react to it, if you don't engage um and in an exchange of energy, and um, you disable that power. You cut off that power source between you and that negativity, and it no longer exists. It may exist to somebody else, but it's because they choose to focus on that negativity.
word. Man, I appreciate everybody coming out, listening, hanging with Maylene, Flint, and Enlightened Illumination. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to Maylene's channel. Her
Dragon's Lair Entertainment, baby.
Dragons Lair Entertainment. Subscribe to Enlightened Illumination. Subscribe to the TRBRC podcast, the Real Battle Rap Network. We out here, we steady working, and we're gonna pick up this conversation on another time period. I think an hour worth of conversation. I hold you until the next time we get to have a little checking with your ears. What you want to say to him before we leave, man?
It was an honor to be able to spend time and elevating with my TRBRC family. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Flint, you want to say anything before we dip?
Gotta unmute yourself.
Hello?
There you
Yeah,
are.
Y'all got me? Yeah. Peace, love, and happiness at all costs. You know what I'm saying? Build your world, make it your world. You know what I mean? If you don't want nobody in it, don't involve nobody in it. That's where your peace comes from. You know what I mean? So.
all right. Love, peace, and hair grease. We out.
Peace.